Good evening, sports fans. We join Indiana, Coach Cwac, at number 7, Syracuse, a minute and 43 seconds into the game. After some technical broadcast difficulties, despite all that broadcast know-how at the University of Syracuse. Tommy Tanuvasa having an excellent game so far there to Lofton on the drag route for 14 yards. Lofton's first catch. Syracuse, 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line now.
First and 10, ball on the 15.
Handoff is to Neal. Muscles his way 8 yards to make it 2nd and 2. After a Sugar Bowl appearance last season, Syracuse begins season 14 of League 1, ranked number 7 in the country. They have a new quarterback in Tommy Tanuvasa, but Tommy saw the field quite frequently last season as the backup quarterback and frequent quarterback for at least usually about 5 snaps a game. Neal with a handoff again in a heavy set. 2 tight ends. Mo Neal gets 3 yards and a first down.
They didn't gain too much on the play, but they did get enough yardage to move the sticks.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Single back, no tight ends now. And the handoff is to Neal. He gets 2 yards. It's 2nd and goal from the 3 now. Really the 2.5, and Tanuvasa comes out in a split with no tight ends. He keeps it, and he's tackled and falls forward for a 1-yard gain. It's now 3rd and goal on the 2.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
An audible here from Tanuvasa as we see a shotgun normal halfback weak. Number 9, Neal, is lined up on the weak side, and he walks in for the touchdown with the pass defense called by Indiana on 3rd and 2. A 3-minute 57-second drive gives Syracuse the lead, and Hoffrichter puts his leg in it. Shallow in the end zone. Indiana elects to take it out. Donovan Hale gets a 22-yard return to about the 20. And we call it the 19. as we see Indiana on the field for the first time this game.
Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it.
A split of their own for Indiana. And the running back out of the backfield looks like he gets jammed up going through the offensive and defensive line as it was pushed by the end. And that pass play gets broken up.
From their own 19-yard line. Second down.
And Henderson Jr. comes through the line. Peyton Ramsey sacked for a loss of 7. It's now going to be 3rd and long.
It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna catch it too. Another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
That's exciting to hear, Silent Storm. The community out there for NCAA on Twitch is small, but they are looking. That's what I'll tell you. I've consistently seen a number of people as it's now 3rd and very long here for Indiana. They come out in the 5 wide. And Ramsey sails the ball. That's his 2nd pass attempt of the game, although he did look like he wanted one on the sack. And that's probably going to force a punt here from Indiana, as yes, they do come out with the punt formation. They've got quite a leg here in number 94. He does have 99 power. We can expect a good punt here, but this is in his own end zone for this change of possession. As Syracuse gets a 3 and out. Schumacher catches it on the 40, and he crosses the opponent's 40 and the opponent's 30, gets pushed out of bounds. Excellent field position for the Orange on the opponent's 28.
When you're a quarterback and you start this close to the end zone, your eyes just light up when you take
Another split for the Orange, this one with 2 tight ends. Tanuvasic keeps it,
We can't let him get another one so quickly.
and with a little bit of dodging, he gets 5 yards on 1st down, but he did have to do-si-do with a couple of different partners on that play. But NFL stats to the contrary, if you can get 5 yards out of the run on 1st down, you're fine. Every coach will take that every day.
From the 23-yard line.
Although there are some statistics that say if you're only getting 3 yards on the run, you really shouldn't be running it on every single 1st down. Cough, Seattle Seahawks. Cough. As Metcalf out of the backfield on the angle gets 5 yards, but they call that short of the marker. It's 3rd and inches now.
It's third down, and they're about the length of the football away from the first down marker.
And Tanuvasa barely avoids the sack. That's his first incompletion of the game. The kicking unit has been putting on the field at 4th and inches on the 18. An important hold there for the Hoosiers,
Syracuse can make this a two-possession
keeping
game with a
Syracuse to 3 points instead of 7 when they started
He gets it up, and it's through the uprights.
on Indiana's 28. Oh, sorry about that, silent storm. I had no idea. I just knew that there's some very interesting stats I had seen from 538, among other places, saying that if you're running on first down in the NFL in 2018, you're really sort of already shooting yourself in the foot. I do recommend you look at it. They had some great breakdowns of how many 3-down combinations were run pass, run, all of that stuff, and how successful all that stuff was. It was very interesting.
They need to show a little giddy up now, because if they don't
As we
start
see
getting into this deficit,
the Orange
they
defense
lose
again,
the
and a
game.
3-man front against this split, with a wide receiver in motion. And the halfback escapes one tackle, but he's slowed down. And Cole Guest gets stopped after a 2-yard gain.
From their own 27-yard line. Second down.
Majette and Guest in the backfield. Again, 3 wide receivers, 2 halfbacks. And Majette this time takes the handoff. He gets 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6.
We've got a 3rd and 6 here. Ball on the 29-yard line.
I can understand that, Silent Storm, as Syracuse doesn't like the look and calls timeout. No, I know exactly the one you're talking about. I was not a fan of Pete Carroll before that Super Bowl because I thought he did a lousy job as a head coach of the New England Patriots, and I still don't like him after that, as I am a fan of the New England Patriots. But I agree with you on that call. I think in general he's been a little less imaginative since that particular season. They haven't had the same defense. Who knows what they'll do with Russell Wilson in future seasons. But we'll see. It is now 3rd and 6.
3rd down, 6 to go. Ball on their own 29. Play clock is getting low.
Ooh, and Westbrook catches it at his shins, a 13-yard curl route.
He made an accurate throw, and the result is a new
He had the space to catch the underthrown ball and secure it before going down. An important 3rd down play for the Hoosiers. 13 yards, the best offensive production so far this game for Indiana. We'll see what they can do to
We've got a first and 10.
keep this moving as we see the waning seconds of the first.
Finds his man,
Westbrook
they take him down
comes
immediately. Westbrook.
from right to left and gets 5 yards. And it looks like we'll take that to the end of the first quarter.
So at the end of one quarter, Syracuse leads 10-0.
So far this game, neither team has been in a huge rush to get downfield. 2 possessions each. This is Syracuse's second possession of the game, as we now see an 11 package
And
for the
we're
Hoosiers.
back for more action here in quarter number 2.
And it's an empty 11, as Peyton Ramsey gets sacked for a loss of 9 after nobody was open. It's now 3rd and long. Movement in the pocket, and Nick Westbrook gets 13 yards on 3rd and 13, but he is tackled short of the marker. It's 4th and inches on the opponent's 48. We will see how aggressive Indiana wants to be this early in the season against a very well-rated Syracuse team, including their defense. In this league, you get 12 fourth down attempts for the regular season, and with that package, it does look like Indiana wants to go for one here.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. Kind of surprising here that they didn't elect to punt. I don't agree with this call.
And Cole Guest is trapped for a 3-yard loss. That's a turnover on downs. The Orange now will begin on their opponent's 49-yard line, pretty much midfield.
About the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side,
Shotgun split big for Tanuvasa. Metcalf comes out of the backfield and has to leap forward to get the catch, and in doing so, make sure that he only gets the 5. Tight coverage coming down to close on him as well. It's now 2nd and 5 on the 45 for the Orange.
Second down and 5. Ball on the 45.
Single back, this time for Tanuvasa. And he scrambles when he doesn't like what else he has. And the scramble goes for 8 yards and a first down.
Nice pickup by the quarterback.
Brad, I think this guy's amazing. He has an uncanny ability to scramble, and it showed right there on that play.
37-yard line. It's first down.
A shotgun ace here. Metcalf on the angle. Tanuvasa hits him for 14 yards over the middle.
Passing game creates real havoc for the defense. There aren't many linebackers who can stay with him in coverage, that's for sure.
This is a new offensive package in the backfield for the Orange this year. Metcalf and Tanuvasa were both backups in Season 13, now squarely in the starting position. Actually, the depth chart I've received from Syracuse is telling me that Metcalf is halfback 2. Neal is the starter, but certain sets Metcalf plays because he's got different abilities than Mo Neal, who is just stopped for no gain on first down.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Tanuvasa on the triple. He makes the pitch to Metcalf. There was some blocking downfield, but Metcalf only able to get 3 yards on the pitch, as the defense were covered before Metcalf could turn the corner. It's 3rd and 6 now on the 20. Another big, important third down for the Hoosier defense.
Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball on the 20.
Shotgun normal here for the Orange. Defensive audibles for the Hoosiers. And Neal catches the ball and is stopped short after a 4-yard gain. It's now 4th and 2 on the 15. And once again, looks like the Orange are electing to send their kicking unit out onto the field. They're saving their 4th downs for later. 3 points will make this squarely a 2-touchdown game instead of a 2-possession game. Playing it by the playbook here. As on consecutive possessions where Syracuse started on the Indiana half of the field, Indiana has managed to hold Syracuse, a prolific offense, to 3 points instead of 7 each time.
He sends this one deep.
And with 3:33 left in the first half, Indiana gets another shot on offense, down by 13 points. They had started to get it into gear last time. We'll see what they can do with 3:33 and 2 timeouts.
It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime.
Hand off to Majette, who gets a 5-yard gain up the middle. Second and 5 now for the Hoosiers.
It's second down, 5 to go. the 30-yard line.
Tight end and halfback, both on the left.
Quick throw out to the receiver. Incomplete.
As
Brad, I don't know about you, but it looked to
the
me
screen
like miscommunicated. It looked like the
goes
wide receiver
incomplete
was going
as
one
nobody was there to
and the
catch the
quarterback was
catch the
going
pass,
another direction. They definitely need to get on the same page.
as the defense was coming hard and fast for the quarterback.
From their own 30-yard line. Third down. They come out in a
5 wide receivers here on 3rd and 5. And an audible. Majette moves into the backfield. That's a handoff to Majette. He's got good blocking, and he gets 7 yards, converting the 3rd on the ground.
That makes it 1st and 10. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Split personnel against 3 down linemen. Seeing a lot of that from both sides tonight, as we see some audibles from the Hoosiers. Scrambles out of the pocket,
Looking for the corner.
gets
He's out of
4
bounds.
yards, and then Ramsey steps
Keeps
out of
it. He
bounds.
gets 3 yards.
Had some receivers who weren't quite blocking, but were definitely between the defender and Ramsey, making sure that he could get out of bounds, untouched on first down there for a 4-yard gain. And I think any coach would say, yeah, I'll take that.
From their own 40-yard line. It's 2nd down.
Empty set here again.
Now he tries to buy some time.
Ooh.
Open, and he dropped it.
And that is a hard hit as the Hoosier lays out to catch the ball and is just walloped midair. Can't hold on to it, but I think we all understand why. That man got spun. It's now 3rd and 6, and somebody's in the blue tent.
And here's another 3rd down.
And Sean Bonner, the tight end, has to come back for it in order to catch the ball, and is 5 yards short on 3rd and 6. It's their own 41-yard line, 4th and 5. And it looks like the Hoosiers in their own 41, 4th and 5, are sending the offense out onto the field. This is going to be their second 4th down attempt of the game.
Offense is still on the field. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. They'll call a timeout here to avoid an
And they call a timeout on 4th and 5. And after the timeout, they do send the offense back out onto the field.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here.
Ooh, and the defender gets his hand on it, and there's a flag on the play. And that's roughing the passer. That saves Indiana's bacon. 15 yards moves them onto the 44-yard line. Enemy territory, keeps the ball in Indiana's hands, as the orange man got there just too late. Coach is going to have words in the film room on Monday, both about getting the pick and not giving up the penalty. And Henderson, the linebacker, fades back to cover the receiver in the slot, causing the incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 now. Indiana on the 44. They've got 1:39 and 2 timeouts.
This is the 9th play of this drive.
More split here from Indiana. And they scramble out. And Derek Hobbs gets 12 yards and out of bounds after a scramble out of the pocket by Peyton Ramsey. They are, the Hoosiers are now on their opponent's 32-yard line. There's a minute 33 left in the half.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Once again, they come out in the split. It's play action.
Scrambling around.
And Peyton Ramsey throws it away. Adds a miracle not sack. As he was trying to get away, he shucked one guy and just said, "Thanks, I'm gonna take the escape and throw this the hell away." Now 2nd and 10 from the 32.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 32.
Another underthrown pass, this time to Donovan Hale. He catches it at his knees for the 6th completion of the game for Ramsey, and a first down on the 16-yard line. The clock is live at 1:20.
From the 16-yard line, it's first down.
Hand off to Cole Guest out of the split. That's a 3-yard run, and it keeps the clock moving on 2nd and 7 for the Hoosiers. Hobbs motions from right to left and lines up in the slot. Ramsey scrambles. There's a downfield block, and he gets knocked out of bounds after a 9-yard gain to 1st and goal on the 5 with 42 seconds. Rescued by a roughing the passer play on 4th and 5. Indiana is having their best drive of the game so far.
And this is the 14th play of the drive.
Hobbs gets a 0-yard gain. Has to come back for it. It's now 2nd and goal from the 5. Indiana burning a timeout in order to stop the clock at 38 seconds.
And this is the 15th play of the current drive. Got to be careful of a pass play with this defense.
And Mike Majette loses 2 yards.
Syracuse will take their last time out.
And Syracuse spends a timeout to stop the clock at 33 seconds.
And this is the 16th play of the drive. Now he's scrambling.
Antrell Roll gets a hand in.
You don't need to be sacking the quarterback to disrupt the passing game.
Deflecting the ball and forcing the field goal formation here from the Hoosiers.
They're going to go for the easy 3 here.
Short chip, and it's going to be Syracuse ball with under 30 seconds left and no timeouts.
It's up, and it is good. Indiana to kick. And he got all of this one. Great kick.
And out the back of the end zone. Indiana's going to start in their own 25. Sorry, Syracuse is starting their own 25 with no timeouts.
Just about ready to call the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last possession. They come out in an empty backfield.
Tanavasa scrambles.
Going deep.
Custis with a miracle catch as he gets hit. and doesn't go down. It's a 75-yard touchdown reception on a massive play. I'm sorry? Which one is that? And that's a quick turnaround from a 10-point game to a 17-point game on the big pass play from Tanuvasa to Custis.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance.
Richter puts it out the back end of the end zone.
Out of the end zone for a touchdown.
Indiana gets the ball back. They've got 16 seconds and a timeout. We'll see if they want to do anything with it.
It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout.
And the handoff to Guest goes for 0. And Indiana lets the clock wind down. And that's the end of the first half. Syracuse is up
No surprises here as we come
20
into the first half.
to 3. Quick look at game stats. Both teams with 6 first downs. But the total offense for the Syracuse Orange doubling the total offense for the Indiana Hoosiers at 195 to 71. Both teams with 12 rushes. There's a ton of symmetry here. Both teams with 12 rushes. The difference being that Syracuse has those 12 rushes for 67 yards and a touchdown, whereas Indiana has them for 11 yards and no points. Both teams have 7 completions. The difference being that Indiana gets 60 yards out of their 7 completions, whereas Syracuse got 128 yards and a touchdown. Both teams are 33% on third down, although Indiana has attempted 6 and Syracuse has only attempted 3. Both teams have 100% red zone rating, mainly because of the number of field goals kicked in the red zone. Only 1 punt so far, and a fairly even time of possession at 7:30 to 8:30. Neither team really dominating that. Both teams, except for the last few plays of the second quarter, quite content to move the ball down the field at a slow, methodical pace. Tommy Tanuvasa, 7 out of 8 for 1 touchdown, 128 yards, has a 263 completion rating, whereas Indiana's Peyton Ramsey, 7 out of 15 for 60 as an 80 rating, in part because of that 46% completion rate. On the ground, Ramsey, with 2 sacks, he's lost. He's a negative compared to his scrambles. Majette is 4 for 12. Guest is 4 for 2. On the other side, Tanuvasa has 6 runs for 49 yards, pretty much evenly split between the scramble and the option. Neal is 5 for 15, and Metcalf is 1 for 3. They're both halfbacks are averaging 3 yards on the ground. On defense, Metcalf has 3 receptions for 24. Custis has 2 for 86. 75 of that on the big play to almost end the second. Neal and Lofton both with 1. Not a huge amount of production so far. Westbrook at 3 for 31, good 10-yard average. Hobbs 2 for 12. Dale 1 for 16, and Bonner, the tight end, is 1 for a single yard. On defense, Matthews has 4 tackles for the Hoosiers, and Green has 3, as does Elson, Foster, and Bradshaw. It's the tackles for loss from Hudson and Henderson and Black that are moving the needle in the defensive frame for Syracuse. All right, and so after 2 quarters, it's 20-3. Syracuse has scored 10 points in each quarter, including a massive 75-yard bomb with 15 seconds left to go in the second to Jamal Custis. We'll be right back for the second half. Having deferred to begin the game, Indiana will begin
There's got to be some
with the ball, down 17 points to start the third.
drives if they want to get back in the game.
It's a handoff to Majet, and he has all kinds of blocking. That's a big play, and he gets 53 yards downfield before pushed out of bounds by Derek Thomas, the safety. Oh, linebacker. Touchdown saving tackle there from the linebacker. Indiana with a big play of their own now on their opponent's 22.
Let's see now how the defense responds to giving up the gain on the run.
Larry Lloyd this time taking the handoff and loses 1 yard.
From the 23-yard line. Second down.
Donovan Hale comes from the left side into the middle, and he gets 4 yards to turn second and long into third and medium long. 3rd and 7. But Indiana now in the red zone on the 19-yard line.
From the 19-yard line. Third down. They come out in a 5-wide set.
And an audible moves Majet and Hobbs into the backfield.
He delivers.
And over the top, Peyton Ramsey puts it up, the jump ball, and the receiver almost gets it. The defender gets a hand in and deflects it really out of the receiver's hands. As we now see Indiana put the field goal unit on the field.
It's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field. They'll try for 3 points. He gets it up.
And the field goal is good. It's now a 14-point game.
Indiana gets set to kick this one away. He just drills this one.
Deep into the end zone, Schumacher takes the knee.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
The Orange come out now on their own 25-yard line in a shotgun normal. Oh, looks like maybe wide trips. And Bavaro catches it over the middle for a 21-yard gain. Mark Bavaro, I believe, the tight end.
from their own 46-yard line. First down.
4 wide receivers and halfback this time. Tanuvasa scrambles out. He's using his legs, and he dodges a defender to make it a 7-yard gain. As the defender thought he had the angle, and Tanuvasa slipped him for an extra 4 yards. It's now 2nd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down.
2nd and short here. No tight end. 4 wide receivers in the back. Handoff is to Neal, who gets first down and an extra 3.
So he picked up a few on that.
And it's his 6th rush of the game.
Using his blockers on that run. Really a nice read.
First and 10. Ball on the 42.
It's 1st and 10 now. Empty backfield here for Tanuvasa. He scrambles out of the pocket to make time. Doesn't like anything.
He's got room.
Gets a 15-yard rush. Tight coverage, but it gave the opportunity for Tanuvasa to get the scramble.
From the 27-yard line. It's first down.
Shotgun normal, halfback weak. Handoff is to Neal. Wide gap up the middle for Neal. Touchdown saving tackle there.
Once he got past the line of scrimmage, you knew he'd be going a long way. That easily could have
1st
been
and goal from the 1.
First down. 1st and goal here inside the 5-yard line.
Heavy formations here from both teams. And Neal gets the handoff running to the tackle. And that's a touchdown for the Orange.
strong push that allowed the runner to get it in there for the touchdown.
When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. When the East is in the house, oh my God. Oh my God.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. He's tackled at the 25-yard line.
Indiana with the return to the 25. They are now down by 21.
Urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game.
Play action. And Cole Guest out of the backfield gets 13 yards and is pushed out of bounds.
I'm a huge fan of the play action pass in college football because for play action, it really puts a lot of pressure on defense. The defense gets caught up and concerned about the running game, and it puts them out of position. And it makes the throwing lanes for the quarterback and the windows that he's trying to find much easier to find for a quarterback and the receivers to pick up big yards like we just saw there.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 38.
And the handoff to Mike Majette gets 9 this time as there's solid run blocking to get into the second layer. Second and short now, every coach's favorite down and distance, but the time and score, on the other hand, I would say most coaches wouldn't be a fan of for Indiana. As we see a shotgun normal, and the handoff
And he's taken down right around the 40.
to Mike Majette. And the run, the pass defense lets the big run, the good run, I should say, not necessarily big, go up the gut for, I think, probably somewhere between 9 and 11. It's now 1st and 10 from the 40.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 40. Quick pass.
And the pass to Mike Majette out in the flat gets swallowed up after 3 as 2 defenders close on the halfback running to the sideline.
Second down at 7 coming up here. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Tight end and halfback on the left, 3 wide receivers. Handoff to Majette, gets a 2-yard gain. It's 3rd and 5.
From the 34-yard line, it's 3rd down. The play clock's at 0. They took too much time.
Indiana with a delay of game,
They'll give this one another try after the flag.
And on 3rd down,
turning it from 3rd and manageable to 3rd and long.
kind of things to happen.
scrambling. And they couldn't hook up on that one.
And the throw on the run is off target. Understandable. Difficult throw there. It's now 4th and 10. As the kicking unit is on the field now for Indiana.
They'll call on the field goal unit. The kick is up.
And it has distance, but it is wide to the right. And that's a turnover on the missed field goal. Syracuse is going to start on the opponent's 39? On your own 39, sorry. I misread the indicator there.
We see this offense again after what you, Kirk, called a very physical touchdown drive.
Well, I say that, Brad, because the big hog mollies up front were able to create holes.
Tanuvasa scrambles out.
Get the score. Let's see if they can do it again.
He might not be able to get the pass off. And they get
And he loses 2 yards after getting contained.
That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
One more quarter to play. This one appears to be well.
Shrug to go from the big loss to the 3-yard gain. It remains long distance to the first down for the Orange. It's 39.
Third down, 9 to go. Ball on their own 41.
Check 50, check 50.
Makes the catch.
Custis with a phenomenal job to overcome the press and get the big play, move downfield. First and 10 now from the 29.
It's first down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air.
Custis comes in motion right to left. Tanuvasa keeps it on the triple option. He gets 8 yards.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Another keeper for Tanuvasa, and the pitch to Lofton, the wide receiver who came in motion. That's 19 yards and just short of the goal line. It's first and goal from the 2.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. And that one's incomplete.
Overthrew his man, but boy.
And Tanuvasa is wide, only for the second time this game. It's now second and goal.
From the 2-yard line. Second down. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
Neal this time, lined up as a receiver, catches the ball and falls forward for the touchdown.
A few yards here, and that pass got him into the end zone. Good call by the
You can hate me now. I won't stop, but I won't stop now. I can't stop, cause I can't stop now. You can hate me. You can hate me now. I hate you too, but I won't stop now. Come on, come on, cause I can't stop now. Come on, you can hate me now. You can hate me. Do it now. You can hate me now. Do it now, Toast. Do it now. Let's go.
He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. And he's taken
Donovan Hale gets to the 21.
early in the fourth quarter here, and obviously we've got a blowout. One team trying to play for pride, and the other one just trying to get out of here. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers.
Westbrook, 4-yard catch. Second and 6.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
The quarterback keeper, Ramsey, gets 9 yards in the first down. And Mike Majette, the halfback in the slot there, gets 15 yards as he was wide open.
They come out in an empty backfield. Now he tries to buy some time.
The defense gets in the backfield, and Ramsey cannot escape the sack.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get to two. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up.
And they get nice yardage on that run. They come out in a 5 wide set. Tackle at the 34-yard line.
I think he was going to go to his tight end the whole way, but the defense didn't expect it. Sometimes those big guys can fool defenders into thinking they're blocking.
First and 10. Ball on the 34. He scrambled. Quick throw, incomplete, wanted his receiver.
I love to see a confident quarterback, but you don't want to just go back there and put blind faith into your throws. You need a little bit more time to evaluate the coverage before you release the football.
From the 34-yard line. It's second down. Gets out to about the 31.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Scrambling around. Stays in bounds to make a nice catch.
Called a gain of 19 yards. First down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 12-yard line. Looks to a receiver. Touchdown.
Back-to-back corner routes for the Hoosiers produce a first down and a touchdown.
So the offense is going to go for 2.
And Cole Guest stopped short.
For 2 rather than just kicking the extra point. They certainly didn't have to.
And the Hoosiers now with the onside kick with 3:31
Lining up for the onside kick here.
left to play. And Indiana recovers the onside kick.
But these are the kinds of plays they'll need to start getting up that hill.
And as the defense comes back out, you can be sure they're thinking about that score they surrendered the last time.
5 wide receivers here for the Hoosiers. That's a 6-yard reception, but it is short of the first down marker, so the clock is live. And we're seeing a little bit of hustle here from Indiana. Scramble out, and it's off the defender, Christopher Frederick's helmet. Frederick didn't quite have a play on the ball, but he definitely had position. It is now 3rd and 4, just inside orange territory for the Hoosiers.
They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. 5 wide. Now he's scrambling. He's got to throw it in a hurry. The ball is loose and scooped up. He's into the open
And
field.
Green recovers the fumble on the quarterback scramble.
He's all the way. Touchdown.
Great play here by the defender. You know, it's trickier than it looks to scoop up a loose ball and then get your motor started. He was able to do it.
And with a defensive touchdown, it is squarely out of reach after actually really a couple of really good plays from Indiana to get the touchdown, recover the onside, and even get the first down there. Unfortunately, the hit jarred the ball loose, and it spun the game.
Excellent kick. He's to the 10. He makes it out to maybe the 16-yard line.
Stopped at the 16. Indiana has 2:44 and a canyon to cover.
Late in the 4th quarter, this game's not even close. It's a blowout. A lot of folks have already gone home, and Herbie
Guest and Williams in the backfield.
And they'll get him in the backfield.
Guest is hit and loses yards.
Big stop.
This is textbook. This is how you're supposed to play against the run.
From their own 15-yard line. 2nd down. Play clock is getting low.
Wide open gap there for Guest. He gets 9 yards to make it 3rd and 2.
And was able to turn it into a 10-yard gain.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. Just over a minute in the 4th quarter.
Cole Guest, and they give him the first down. He gets the ball across.
First down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 27-yard line. the stop. Around the
2 yards there for Guest.
from their own 29-yard line. Second down.
And a handoff, 10 seconds. And that's going to be the end of the game. Syracuse 41, Indiana 12. Despite some solid defensive performances from Indiana in the first half, and eventually an offense that got the ball rolling on a number of different plays, in the long term, Indiana couldn't do enough of those things enough of the time to keep up, and a couple of turnovers and some aggressive fourth downs giving up good field position led to the Syracuse win. Overall, a rough game for the Indiana Hoosiers, but the Indiana Hoosiers also outclassed roster-wise by an average of 9 points. So, you know, a respectable showing, especially with some of the creativity on defense in the first half for Indiana. For Syracuse, clearly a game plan to let the game be slow and to run the ball with more intentional runs than scrambles than they did. A low offensive game, 331 offensive yards for Syracuse, but also a game plan that it seems like they knew they could effectively attack Indiana. So, thank you for joining us as we have a quick check of some player stats. Tommy Tanavasa ending with a 265 and 77 yards on the ground. McNeil with a 6-yard average on 8 carries. Receiving, Metcalf and Custis are the big ones. 75-yarder for Custis being a big deal. Excellent defensive play all around from the Syracuse Orange. Indiana with a number at good plays on defense as well, but ultimately Ramsey, not enough completions and not enough on the ground despite Jet getting 100 yards on 2 carries. Westbrook coming into it really late in the game, and while he was good, he went too early enough to make the difference. Score ends 12-41. We'll take a quick look at what our schedule is next week before we sign out. Calvin said K. All right, next week's schedule. All right, in week 3 of season 14, we will have the Syracuse Orange at Appalachian State and the Ohio Bobcats at Navy. Now, with 2 user versus user games, the chances of them being both on the same day is low. We'll probably have 2 broadcasts next week, and neither of those broadcasts are going to be on Friday for scheduling reasons. So we look forward to seeing you sometime next week. They won't be Friday because we can't. They won't be Sunday because that's the Super Bowl. Go Pats. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations to the Syracuse Orange. Have a great week.